there's one thing XABI Alonso must do when he comes into this Chelsea job. What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two Piece Manda. Make sure you like, share, and comment, subscribe. Welcome back to another Chelsea video. Now, this video is a different one. As you can tell by the title, it's called Discipline. Alright, it is called Discipline. And you need discipline in football. And not even just in football. I think in any sports, right? In any sport that you're doing, you need discipline. And as every single Chelsea fan has seen across the whole season, we are probably the least disciplined team the most least disciplined Chelsea team I've ever seen. And I've been watching Chelsea for years. Alright? XABI Alonso must show these players discipline. He must teach these players how to be disciplined. Before a ball gets kicked, before a training session begins, before a cone gets put out on the training field, before anything, yeah? You must talk about discipline regarding the players. Because let's just be brutally honest, right? The red cards in the Premier League and all across the competitions have cost us so many points. Like, literally, ladies and gentlemen, look. We have had the most red cards last season. Look. You see Tottenham with 4. You know they're probably all Christian Romero, let's be honest. Everton 4, Sunderland 3, Wolverhampton 3. We have 8. 8 red cards in a season. That is a disgrace. 8 red cards. Are you serious? We're supposed to be competing for a title. And you think if we get 8 red cards, you think we're going to compete? That's not even Champions League spot worthy. 8 red cards. I remember when we played against Brighton at home. You lot will remember this, right? We were cruising that game. Cruising. Then one individual error from Santos, a sloppy touch. Right? Brighton break through. One-on-one with Sanchez. Chalobah's behind him and Chalobah's forced to make a decision. Takes him down. Right? Clear. He's through on goal. Red card. Scores. We lose the game. Just like that. Just like that. A red card cost you the whole game. And then you're on the back foot for the whole game. And then what happened in the end? More pressure, prompt pressure. Like they say, pressure burst pipe. We lose the game. We lose the game. And it's not even just that. It's not even just that scenario. I've seen scenarios where if a decision doesn't go our way or we get fouled and we get upset about it and we lose that composure, we start to kick the ball away. And then we get carded for it. Listen, we know these referees are absolutely god-awful, right? We know they are terrible. These are probably the worst referees in the Premier League. I think across all leagues, we have the worst referees. Let's just be honest with you, right? But you cannot just lose your head like that. You have to stay composed and focused the whole time. And I think that's what these players lack. I don't know if it's inexperience, but listen, you can't just constantly lose your head like that. Because any bad mouth you say to the referee, if you're going to say anything bad, don't say it directly to his face. Just walk off and then say it. Because if you say it to his face and he hears it, you're going to get booked for it, mate. It's as simple as that. You're going to get booked for it. So let's say you're a fullback now. And let's say let's say Gusto gets fouled and he doesn't get his decision. And then he gets annoyed and has a few words of the ref. Then it's a yellow card. Guess what? You've given that winger ammunition to constantly go at you. And now you're constantly on the back foot and you're worried because you know you're on a yellow card. And if he's in the box and you're against him and you're one-on-one and you put a misplaced tackle, you're sent off. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I mean, even look at the game against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup second leg. Neto gets sent off. Like, genuinely, like, the discipline in this team is not good enough. And I think that's what XABI Alonso needs to address first. Out of everything. Out of all the tactics, besides the players that he's going to select for his system, discipline. If you're not disciplined right and you're not going to keep a cool and calm head, honestly, for me, I think you just shouldn't play for this club. I'm just being honest with you, man. Genuinely. Like, if you're going to blatantly just kick the ball away and just throw your toys out the pram. Honestly, you're doing more harm than you are good to this team. Because at the end of the day, right, when you have a bunch of players out on yellow cards, right, and you're constantly getting sent off, right, you just drop points and you'll lose games. You're constantly on the back foot. You can't go with the same energy or the same game plan because then you have to switch things up and then you have to take players off that don't even want to come off. I remember, I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't the second game, third game of the season. Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford. What happens? Sanchez makes a poor decision. He should have just given the goal, if anything. He should have just let him score because at least we can come back and have 11 men on the pitch. And this is when they had Ruben Amorim, by the way. This was a deflated, a dilated, terrible, horrendous, woeful Manchester United. Still having Ruben Amorim playing terrible football, right? Everyone was beating them. Everyone was taking turns on them, beating them left, right and centre. Then Robert Sanchez makes that stupid decision on Brian Mbeumo. Fouls him, gets sent off, denies him of a goal scoring opportunity. What happens? We lose the game. And the worst thing is, they get a player sent off as well. And what happens? We still lose the game. He's had to make changes. He had to take Palmer off because of an injury. He had to put in another centre-back. So imagine Neto's off. Like, come on. And he was frustrated. He didn't want to come off. And then the whole thing's dead. That's it. Those were panic changes. You see what happens to see what red cards do to you. You see what red cards do to the whole team. This is what I'm saying. Discipline is so important. And this is what XABI Alonso needs to install with these players. Because when he went invincible with Bayern Leverkusen, I bet you there was barely any players that got red cards or that got sent off. And I guarantee you, if they got sent off, they'd miss. Not only would they miss the next 2 games because of the red card, but XABI Alonso wouldn't even start them for the next game. You have to be like that, man. Honestly, this is what I want XABI Alonso to do. I want XABI Alonso to install discipline in these players. He must. He has to. Because if we want to get back to the top and start challenging again, if you lack discipline, then honestly, don't play for this team. I'm deadly serious. I don't care who you are. Because this is a big transfer summer, right? This is a big summer. This is a big season for us to get back to where we belong. Massive. We are now going, nearly 9-10 years without a Premier League. It's embarrassing. It is truly embarrassing. We started this project with Blueco, where we should be back to the top, where we won that Club World Cup and we won the Conference League. We should rise up, and then we should be competing for at least a title. How do you go from 4th to 10th? How do you go from winning the Club World Cup and Conference League, competing in Champions League next season, to then finishing 10th? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And there's even more breaking news that I will go into in the next video for tomorrow. But discipline, listen, that is the main thing. 8 red cards in a Premier League season. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Chelsea shirt in my life. In the times that I've watched Chelsea, I've never ever seen that. Ever. That is just crazy to me. 8 red cards, 8. Boy, honestly, man. Some of these players just need to go, man. And some of them need a right talking to. I'm being dead serious, man. Like, just genuinely, XABI, the players that you've seen where the players have been red carded or where we've lacked discipline, honestly, have a bollocking at them, man. Because this can't be happening to us. I'm literally looking back on this. I'm looking back at the highlights of our season and the games that we've lost. Most of it's actually been self-sabotaging. When you actually look at the points that we've actually lost, right? Most of it's self-sabotaging. These include the red cards, misplaced passes, sloppy touches, needless fouls that we give away, super yellow cards, kicking the ball away, throwing the ball away, delaying play, where you're going to get booked for it. And you're going to put the team under more pressure. And then when you get a red card, you let the whole team down. So make that make sense. Do you guys actually want to win something next season? Do you actually want to compete? Because we can't go another season without winning a trophy. Or at least competing. Because you've got no excuse now. You've got no Champions League. You've got no Europa League. You don't even have Conference League. You play one game a week like Manchester United. Like Manchester United did. Look how they did. Signed 3 new players. Kept well with their discipline. No needless fouls. Where are they? They're playing Europe next season. 3rd. Bruno with 21 assists. Their man had 3 red cards all season. We've had 8. And you want to keep playing the way you do. You want to keep acting the way you do. When the decision doesn't go your way. You learn to grow up, man. Serious. This is what XABI Alonso needs to do, and I hope he does that. And I want to hear what he has to say soon. When he actually officially joins the club. I want to hear his first press conference. What he's going to say to the players. What he wants from the players. What he demands from the players. I genuinely want to hear what he has to say, man. Honestly. Because, bro, I'm not going into another season where we're going to get a bunch of red cards. Self-sabotaging. I'm not doing that, man. I'm not accepting that. Honestly. Because these are games we should be winning. We have the better team. We have the better squad. Needless points to be dropped like that. It's frustrating, man. You're not going to win games like that. You're not even going to get into Champions League like that. If anything. This is a massive, massive transfer. After the World Cup, mate, we have to be on it. Even during it, we have to be on it. I'm surprised we haven't signed anyone yet. We should be looking. Seriously. It's going to be a big summer for Chelsea, man, honestly. Seriously. It's going to be a massive, massive summer, man. Let me know your thoughts, man. What do Chelsea like? What's the first thing XABI Alonso should install? Is it tactics? Is it discipline? Is it the system that he wants to play? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you, man, for the next video. And peace.